Hello and welcome to Daybreak English. Today I'm going to look at the phrase, how is it that? Hi, I'm Dawn. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. Now, in a previous video, I promised that I would talk about the phrase, how is it that? So, today I'm going to do that for you. All will be revealed in just a moment. In that previous video, I used a dialogue between two sisters to show how to use some different expressions. Do you remember that one? If you haven't seen it yet, you can find it here. During the conversation, it became obvious that the two sisters had very different personalities. Then, one of the sisters ended the conversation with this question. How is it that we are sisters? How is it that is an interesting way of adding emphasis to your question. It is a fixed phrase. It might sound strange to you, but to a native English speaker, it is an interesting way to say or ask, why is something the case? Or why is something possible? When the speaker believes either that it should not be the case or it should not be possible. This is different to how is it? For example, how is it going? It's going well. Great. Adding that, how is it that, makes a completely different question altogether. How is it that is often used as a rhetorical question, a question that doesn't need to be answered, as in the example I gave in the dialogue. She wasn't asking a question that she wanted an answer to. I'm simply using this structure to add emphasis. I'm showing my amazement that two people who are so different in personality could be sisters. That's all I'm saying. I'm not literally asking, why is it the case or why is it possible for us to be sisters? That would be a quite detailed and pointless conversation. So, the average person who doesn't know or care about that information will answer with something like, who knows? But for a person who does have that information or knowledge, they might take it as a chance to share their knowledge. So be careful. If you are using this structure as a rhetorical question, there might be a smarty pants just waiting to give you a long-winded explanation about that very subject. That's always the risk. We might also use this phrase to contrast two opposing ideas. For example, how is it that I hate getting wet but love soaking in the bath? Someone might know the answer, but for most of us, it is a conundrum, a difficult or puzzling problem, and we either don't know or don't care about the answer. Here's another example. A boss might say to an employee, how is it that you are late for work every day but always the first to leave? Well, I'm waiting. In that case, the employer might want an explanation. They actually do want to know why, or they might also just be making a point to show you that you need to change your behavior. You might need to look at the person's body language to see if they're expecting an answer or if they have dismissed you because they've made their point. So just be aware, if you hear, how is it that? Something interesting is coming and you may or may not like it. Another example. George, how is it that you never have any money when I ask you to pay me back what you owe me, but you always have money to spend on yourself. Probably doesn't need an answer. The person's just making a point. They know exactly why this happens. George never intends to pay the money back. Or this one. You are in a restaurant with friends. Sarah, how is it that you're always in the bathroom when it's time to pay the bill? Both of these examples are saying, why is it the case that this happens? But the speaker knows exactly why. We can add the word possible into this phrase for extra emphasis. For example, how is it possible that we are sisters? So I could have put possible into that phrase as well. You can put it in or leave it out. The meaning stays the same, it just adds emphasis. We can also use this structure to introduce a serious discussion point. I recently read an article in a newspaper that was entitled, "How is it possible that the number of deaths is so low?" Now, in this case, the writer answered the question in great detail to show why, in the middle of a pandemic, the death rate for this month compared to other years was actually quite low. It was a very interesting article. So, to sum up, use "how is it that" for emphasis as a rhetorical question that doesn't need an answer, to show the contrast of two opposite ideas to make a point, or to introduce a serious problem that needs a lot of thought and discussion. Use "how is it possible that" for extra emphasis. I would love it if you could write your own sentence in the comments section below. Maybe some kind of conundrum or rhetorical question starting with "how is it that?" or "how is it possible that?" I can't wait to see what you come up with. Go on, have a go. Who is going to be the first? Thanks for watching. Wherever you are, have a good one. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. Remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let me know in the comments what kinds of videos you'd like to see in the future. See you again soon. Bye.